No, I just posted a video, and I had noticed something sad about the world, and I'm just going to go ahead with this. And wow, that was redundant, but we're going to go ahead and talk about this. And I've decided most people like being treated like shit. No offense to the guy that I just talked about in the previous video, but I mean, how many people in this sick ass world would go into a store where the person's constantly insulting you while in the store, versus Walmart where people are ignoring you? Here's the truth about it. It's just like children that are looking for attention from their parents. We crave attention, whether it be negative or positive. As kids, we fuck shit up, we break sprinklers or whatnot. But the truth of it is, all we're looking for is attention from our parents. When our parents would rather buy us a Nintendo or a PlayStation or, well, that's the stuff I had when I was a kid. So what's it nowadays, a Wii, a DS, or even a 3DS, then pay attention to our kids. No wonder Harrison Klebold fucked Columbine up. I mean, you got a couple of parents that buy their kids a shitload of guns and enough stuff for a propane bomb, and then they're surprised. Oh my God, Harrison Klebold, they were such good kids. They were so quiet. Maybe they were nerds in the fact in the first place in fucking school and they got beat the fuck up. And you guys are buying them guns. Huh, revolution maybe. I don't know. Anyway, my digression is quite simple. Alright, most people like being insulted. Most women like dating assholes. I'd have to agree with the guy that I talked about. Alright, I mean really. They say to see the light we need to live within the dark. 3 movies were just based on that. It's called The Dark Knight. Christian Bale starred in them. A pretty shitty actor if you ask me, but I mean, you know, the great thing about Christian Bale is he always has some great actors surrounding him. I mean, honestly, think about this. Like, you got The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger, Gary Oldman, which, I mean, obviously, if you didn't know this, he played Sirius Black, too. So, I mean, but the truth of the digression and the equivocation of what I'm trying to say is that people like it when they're treated like crap. I mean, think about it. How many times have you almost been in a car accident? How many times have you been in a car accident? And you think about this day to day. You know, how much more pissed were you when the guy cut you off and almost ran you into the ditch versus the fact that you ran into the fucking ditch? When you run into the ditch, it's not so bad that the guy almost cut you off. The fact is he did cut you off. You ran into the ditch. Your car's fucked up. You're bleeding. But hey, you're okay, so you're grateful. The world spends too much time worrying about what could have happened. The Cold War was based on what could have happened. Nuclear war possible. Scary as hell. Wow. Think about that one in your little fucking brain for a minute. If we're so worried about what could happen, I mean, shit, I might as well live in fear about the fact that I could walk out my back fucking door and the goddamn gutter on the top of my house could fall on my head. Oh my God, the gutter could have fallen on my head when I walked to the car. Son of a bitch, I need to sue my landlord. And then the time that the gutter actually does fall and fucking fall on my head and cut me open, I'm just glad that I got stitches and some goddamn Vicodin. Really? People suck. I mean, we're all hypocrites, even me to a certain point. Fuck it. I mean, I sit here and I tell my kids not to swear. I tell my kids that you shouldn't do this. Well, I sit there saying motherfucker with a cigarette in my mouth. And a can of booze in my next hand. I don't want you to drink, smoke, or swear. But I'm doing that. Do as I say, not as I do, please. First off, if we prohibit it from our children, they're more likely going to want to do it. And it's called the seduction's a crime. Anybody with a class in criminal justice is going to understand, hey, if we're not supposed to do it and we get a high off of getting away with it, hey, we're going to fucking do it. Look at Holland and the Netherlands. And I'm not talking about the Holland, Michigan. Okay, that's not really Holland. I'm talking about the Netherlands where they have parks where these motherfuckers can shoot up with these drugs and the problem takes care of itself. The government regulates the money, they sell the drugs, and tell me when the Netherlands had a national fucking debt as big as ours. And medical marijuana, for instance. You want to go into medical marijuana. Okay, first off, there's a shitload of people in this country that smoke weed, politicians included. We want to keep spending billions of dollars per year on fighting the marijuana drug trade when people are blowing houses up cooking dope. I'm sorry, crystal meth. Fuck it, guys, come on. Every state in the union's pretty much adopted medical marijuana, and you can get a card for for having a headache. Legalize marijuana, tax the shit out of it, Sell it like you do cigarettes, because let's face it, cigarettes do more damage than marijuana, and that's fucking legal. And the funny thing about it is I don't even smoke. I'm just somebody with a little bit of medical knowledge in my head, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And so does the government. Let's end the age-old thing. The age-old fight against hemp. Okay? We got lumber. Houses are built out of it. Hemp would have been better. So let's outlaw marijuana so people can't build with hemp. So people can't make rope out of hemp, which is a better material and a stronger material, and it lasts fucking longer. Okay? Your great-granddaddy's dead. His lumber business is a success. You own Menards. You own the Home Depot, and you own Lowe's. Get the fuck over yourself. So what if they make ropes made of hemp? Hell, I had a hemp necklace in high school and almost got charged with possession of marijuana. Now think about that for a minute. It's a fucking necklace. What am I going to do? Smoke the son of a bitch? You don't even get high off of it unless it's the bud. The THC isn't contained in the goddamn stems for that much. And not to mention when you dry it out and you set it up and you braid this shit, it's no longer able to get you high. Really, people? How many people have blown up a house cooking dope? And how many people have blown up a house smoking a joint? How many people have gotten in car crashes and killed motherfuckers because they were drinking this, which is a Long Island iced tea made by Captain Morgan, that's legal. How many people die of cancer every year from cigarettes? Now you take that same token on all these anti-tobacco fucking commercials and, hey, alcohol's fine because everybody fucking does it. Fine. Explain one thing to me. How many people have gotten high and went out and robbed a fucking house when they were high on weed? And those that claim to have been high on weed, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not fucking stupid. It was more than just weed, and you need to watch your dealer. Good night.